Have you ever wondered about the baffling events that history has left unexplained? Our past is brimming with enigmas, some of which are so peculiar they can make your head spin. Today we're delving into the annals of history to unearth some truly mind-boggling mysteries. Picture this, a city overtaken by a dancing fever, with hundreds of people dancing uncontrollably until they collapsed or even died. That's the dancing plague of 1518, an event that has left historians and scientists puzzled for centuries. Then there's the Mary Celeste, a ship discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872, perfectly intact but eerily abandoned. Her crew vanished without a trace. And let's not forget the Tunguska Event, an enormous explosion in remote Siberia in 1908 that flattened over 80 million trees but left no crater. These are just three of the countless unsolved mysteries that our past has bequeathed us. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare to dive into the ocean of the unexplained as we uncover the first of these mysteries. Imagine a city where people are dancing themselves to death. Welcome to Strasbourg, 1518. In the heart of summer, an inexplicable fever gripped the city. But this was no ordinary fever, it was a fever of dance. One woman, Frau Trophea, began to dance. With no music to guide her and no apparent reason, she danced, and she kept on dancing. For nearly a week she moved to a rhythm only she could hear. Her feet were bruised and bloody, but still, she danced. And then, something even stranger happened. Others began to join her. Within a month, some 400 people were dancing in the streets of Strasbourg, seemingly unable to stop. Day and night they danced, some until they literally dropped dead from heart attacks, strokes, or sheer exhaustion. The authorities, desperate to end the madness, even built a stage and hired musicians, hoping the dancers would get the fever out of their systems. But the strategy backfired. The music only seemed to fuel the dancing fever further. Historians and scientists have long debated the cause of this bizarre event, known as the dancing plague of 1518. Some suggest it was a case of mass psychogenic illness, where physical symptoms with no known physical cause spread among a group. Others propose the townsfolk ingested ergot, a mold that grows on damp rye and can induce convulsions and hallucinations. But none of these theories can fully explain why the fever struck when it did, or why it ended as abruptly as it began. And perhaps most puzzling of all, why did it never occur again? The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most bizarre mysteries. As we delve into the past, we find that truth is often stranger than fiction. Each event, each moment, is a piece of a puzzle that we may never fully solve. As the music of this mystery fades, we sail into the eerie silence of the next enigma. An abandoned ship sailing without a crew, the mystery of the Mary Celeste begins. This isn't a tale woven from the threads of fiction, but a strange event that unfolded on the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean back in 1872. The Mary Celeste, a brigantine merchant ship, left New York City for Genoa, Italy, with a cargo of industrial alcohol. Aboard were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and 7 crew members. But less than a month into their journey, they vanished, leaving behind an eerie floating enigma. Now, imagine the surprise of the crew of the DEI Gratia, a British ship, when they spotted the Mary Celeste drifting aimlessly in the Atlantic, her sails in disarray. They boarded the ship, expecting the worst, but instead found a puzzling scene. The ship was in perfect condition, the cargo untouched, and the crew's belongings still in their places. Yet, there was no sign of the 10 souls who had set sail. This ghostly apparition on the ocean sparked a whirlwind of speculation. What happened to the crew? Why did they abandon a perfectly seaworthy ship? And where did they go? Over the years, theories have ebbed and flowed like the very waters the Mary Celeste sailed. Some suggested mutiny, others speculated about sea monsters or pirates. Some pondered over a possible explosion caused by the alcohol vapors. And yet others theorized about waterspouts or freak waves that might have scared the crew into abandoning the ship. But despite all these conjectures, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains an unsolved mystery, a haunting echo of the sea's silent secrets. This ghost ship, with its spectral tale, continues to bewitch and bewilder, a chilling reminder that there are enigmatic depths in our world that we've yet to fathom. From the depths of the sea, we now journey to the vastness of the Siberian wilderness. In 1908, a remote part of Siberia experienced an explosion that remains a mystery to this day. The Tunguska Event, as it is now known, is one of the most enduring enigmas of the 20th century. In the pre-dawn hours of June 30th, a blinding light accompanied by an ear-shattering explosion seared across the sky, flattening an estimated 2,000 square kilometers of the Siberian taiga forest. The force of the explosion was estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Yet, there was no crater. No fragments of a meteorite were ever found. The trees at the epicenter of the explosion remained standing, stripped of their branches and foliage, while those in the outer rings lay fallen in a radial pattern. The indigenous Evenki people reported seeing a column of bluish light, nearly as bright as the sun, moving across the sky. A heat wave, hot enough to scorch clothing, was felt by observers even miles away. But what caused this colossal explosion? Over the years, scientists have put forth numerous theories. Some believe it was a meteorite or a comet that disintegrated in the Earth's atmosphere. Others speculate it could have been a mini black hole or even an alien spacecraft. Yet, none of these theories fully explain the peculiarities of the Tunguska event. Despite numerous expeditions to the site, we still have no definitive answers. The lack of physical evidence and the remoteness of the location have made it difficult for any theory to gain complete acceptance. The Tunguska event remains an object of fascination and speculation, a scientific conundrum that challenges our understanding of the universe. As the echoes of this explosion fade into history, we are left pondering the mysteries that continue to baffle us.